Alrighty, it's your boys the Yuxus, and we're back with another Goddess of Victory Nikke video. And today we're going to be doing a showcase on HELM. This was the first limited banner on Nikke. And she was very, very hype, obviously, because, again, she was the first banner. And she was a character that looked very nice, right? She does look great. Till this day, I do think she easily still has the best outfit in the game. Unfortunately, I do not have it, but when it comes back, best believe I'm claiming it. But HELM here is a very, very unique character, right? Because you would think she's going to be a DPS, but she's just a supporter, right? They classify her as a DPS or an attacker, but she's a supporter, really. Literally everything she does is supporting your team. So let's break her down. Definitely also in the future, I plan on doing videos like comparison videos, like versus. So for example, HELM versus Privity, or Senti versus Rupee, or Modernia versus Scarlet versus Haran versus Modernia. Videos like those, right? So definitely look forward to those types of videos here. So I'll keep that in mind. And also, again, disclaimer, my HELM is not level 200, but it's not really going to affect the showcase because the numbers are just going to be the same. It's not going to be the same, but, like, the results of the, like, output of the match, I should say, will be the same. It would just be higher numbers, essentially. So let's break her down real quick because, again, I do think she's a supporter more than a DPS. I mean, she's not really a DPS, she's just a supporter, honestly. But so her skill 1 here activates when the last bullet hits the target, and it affects all allies, increases their crit rate of normal attack by 11.31% for 5 seconds. I do have all her skills level 5. That's the most I'm going to ever get a character's skills up to, unless I decide to invest in them heavy. Modernia is a character I know I'm going to use long-term guaranteed. That's why she's getting invested in heavily. HELM is probably going to be a character I use long-term 2 here. We'll see, but right now we're just gonna keep her at level 5s here. So that is very good, right? She's gonna be increasing her crit rate, and because she's a sniper, she only has 6 bullets, so it's not gonna take long or for you to get something like that, so keep that in mind. Her second skill affects all allies. Damage to interruption parts increased by 2.38% permanently, so that is very good. It's not going to be useful all the time because you're not always going to fight boss or enemies with interruption parts, but essentially it's like bosses, essentially, that have those other parts that you have to attack, and then those are like interruption parts, essentially, right? And then actually when you enter a full burst, she also increases all allies attack damage by 9.15% for 10 seconds at level 5. Obviously that's good, but you have characters like Privity who is doing more than that on a level 1. So keep that in mind, right? So again, with characters like Privity, it more comes down to, do you want a character like Privity who is increasing your attack by a large amount, or do you want to use someone like HELM who is essentially increasing your attack by a lesser amount but doing more than just increasing your attack, right? Because if we look at her burst here, she does actually hit the enemy with the highest attack for 956.25% of attack as damage, and then also while in her burst skill, she is restoring 42.07% of attack damage as HP for 10 seconds, and that's for every ally on the team. So literally she's also going to be considered a healer in terms of that. So very good, right? I think she's very good. My HELM is 3 stars core 1. Not really going to matter much because, again, like, she just needs to be there. So as long as she's alive, that's all that matters, right? That's all that matters. And then for the cube, I have this cube on the Adjutant cube, just because it's going to increase her charge speed. And because we're going to be playing on auto, the bullets, she's a sniper, right? So it's going to fully charge and then basically essentially launch off the sniper. So increasing our charge skill, even if it's just by a bit, is going to be effective, essentially. So we're going to go into our union here and then do the, I guess, the damage testing shooting range. Yeah. So this is the team I'm going to bring. You know what I want? I'm going to keep it like this. And then we're going to basically bring N102 for more attack. Right? I have Privity here on the team just because, again, with HELM's attack being higher, the higher the attack is for everybody, I should say, the more they're going to heal, essentially, right? Because, again, with HELM's burst, at least when we're in HELM's full burst, right? When we're in HELM's full burst, everybody's going to be healing based on their attack damage, right? So the more attack we can get from other characters too, like Privity and N102, it's going to be better in the long run. So we're going to get the buff here. As you see, we're at 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then boom, now we have gotten the buff. So we just got the crit rate buff by 11%. Very, very nice, bro. I think 11%, again, is still very big, right? Especially for level 5. Like, increasing that crit rate is going to be nice, right? So right now we have Modernia's ultimate here. We're not healing anything because, again, you don't heal when you're in a full burst. She has to use her burst skill. So the next time we get our ultimate, that's when we're going to heal with Modernia and other characters from her, right? So again, every 6 bullets she does, again, give us that crit rate attack or crit rate buff, right? But now if we look at Modernia, she's healing, right? And look at that, right? Does this show healing here? Okay, I guess it doesn't. Wait, maybe it does, right? Let me let her attack a bit more, and let me see, did that go up? It didn't. Okay, she's not really healing. Like, it's not showing the heal, but as you see, Modernia is healing like crazy, right? And obviously the numbers, I think the numbers were around like 600, 800 ish, right? So if we run it back with N102, we should be able to what's it called? Heal a bit more, even like 1,000 per tick, which is gonna be great for somebody like Modernia, right? Because when you're in a full burst, how Modernia works, when you're in a full burst, she doesn't have to use her burst skill. No, she does have to use her burst skill, I believe, actually. So it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I wish like it counted, right? Because it's not even saying Helm healed us, right? So I wish it did count there for our heals. But it doesn't, unfortunately. But yeah, very, very good support. We're getting the attack buff. How much did, like, she did 11 million. And as you see, Helm, again, is going to be doing big damage when she ults. Look, like, she ulted right here. We're at 4 million. Okay, wait. I think she just attacked. Okay, wait. We're at 4.6 million. Okay, we're still there, right? It's just a one-hit thing, right? It's not like a permanent thing that happens, right? So keep that in mind, right? But let's take off Pepper and put N102 because I want to see if our heals will go from, again, the 600, 800 range per tick to possibly 1,000. So where is she? Here he is. There she is. What's her attack increase? Because mine is not even like invested in like that, right? So her attack is increased by, it's when she uses her full burst for 10, so by 12%. So 12% is not going to take us up by that much, but we should probably start seeing 900, if not like maybe 700, 800, 900 ticks for the heal with Modernia. Yeah, with Modernia, because we're healing off of Modernia's full burst there. So yeah, I do think Helm is a great support. Again, she's going to be able to, especially for a character like Scarlet, Helm can do so much like more as a general support than a lot of other characters, right? Increasing crit rate, healing, increasing damage, right? She's definitely doing a lot that other characters are not doing, right? So she's not a bad character at all. She's just not a character where it's like you need her, right? I don't feel like you need her, but if you do have her, great support, right? And again, even for those little things like interruption parts, those are going to come into play. Again, it's only 2%, I believe, right now at level 5 for me, but it doesn't change the fact that it's permanent, right? That's still a damage increase. So now their heals are, yeah, I think we're in the 1,000 range, right? I think 1,000. There's, yeah, 1,600, 2,000, no, yeah, 2,000. I guess you can crit heal. Yeah, we've seen 2,000 there's stuff like that. So again, a very great unit, right? Again, the healing is gonna come in clutch for a lot of characters. Not to mention Modernia already heals herself, I believe, right? Let me just pull it up. I think Modernia heals herself when she's where is it? No, she doesn't. I'm tripping. I thought I'm tripping. I think that's Scarlet I'm thinking of, right? What character is it? I don't remember what character it is. I don't even know if it was Scarlet. There was a character that, when you're in your thing, that's not Helm. Like, you also have that same mechanic. It might be Makima? I think that's who I'm thinking of. Makima has that skill, right? Like, I'll check after this. But yeah, very good support. Again, I don't think she's gonna be doing the damage. Like, she's gonna hit hard if you do use her full burst. Because again, it is like a 9,500 is pretty big, right? Or no, not 9,000, 950. My bad. 950 is still pretty big, right? So but again, she's just there to support, really. A good support though. So if you do have Helm, feel free to use her. She could probably help you in a lot of the content in the game. Just as a general support, right? She's just a great overall general support. So if you do have her, definitely invest in her. Get her at least to like level 5s, because again, it's not going to hurt you. But let me just double check if it's Makima I was thinking of that has. I believe Makima is the one that has that skill, right? Like on her ultimate as well. Yeah, recovers HP as damage, yeah, attack damage and stuff like that. So overall, again, Helm is a fantastic unit. Would highly recommend you guys. If you want to care, I don't know if she's going to be great for like long term, right? But just as a general support, if you need someone to help you buff up your damage, someone to keep you alive, even if you already have like a main healer and a main supporter, she could be your sub DPS too, right? She could be your sub DPS. So keep that in mind. But you guys let me know what you think about Helm. And yeah, that'll be it. Make sure you guys subscribe and like if you found this video helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.